Royal scandal: how Queen has faced general election crisis over Andrew before. Queen Elizabeth II's decision to remove Prince Andrew from royal duties this week may have come alongside fears that the fallout would overshadow the general election, and Her Majesty faced a similar crisis in 1992 when the Duke of York and Sarah Ferguson knocked general election coverage off the front pages. The Queen intervened on Wednesday evening as Prince Andrew stepped down from his royal duties, in a decision that Buckingham Palace has indicated will remain in place for the foreseeable future. Prince Andrew's recent BBC interview, in which the prince talked of his relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, has continued to make headlines throughout the week and overshadowed a great deal of political coverage for this year's snap general election on December 12. It mirrors the Queen's annus horribilis of 1992, when the breakdown of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson's marriage intruded on general election coverage. Broadcaster Ann Diamond told Channel 5's Jeremy Vine show yesterday, "One of the real awful things that the Queen will have considered to be very very dangerous and difficult is that this scandal has knocked the general election into the long grass almost. It's knocked it off the front pages." Echoing this, a royal source told The Telegraph today, Prince Charles and his private secretary were determined that this should not be allowed to drag on and on. The question of the election was critical. In 1992, the Queen reportedly apologized to then Prime Minister John Major, who was seeking a second term, after a set of royal stories interfered with election coverage. The 1992 general election was held in April that year, and Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson's high-profile separation occurred in May. However, the split was heralded by a number of scandalous leaks which dominated headlines in the run-up to the election. In January 1992, private pictures surfaced of the Duchess of York on holiday with American financier Steve Wyatt. The photographs were from 1990, and showed the Duchess, affectionately known as Fergie, with Mr. Wyatt alongside Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. The images showed Fergie and Mr. Wyatt relaxing together. However, a particular image from a break in Morocco that showed financier holding a young Princess Beatrice was deemed especially inflammatory. Then, in March that year, the palace were forced to announce the Duke and Duchess of York's decision to separate after the news was leaked to the media. The announcement came on the same day that Parliament was dissolved before the general election. Royal biographer Bent Nimlott, in his 1997 book The Queen, wrote, "The statement indicated that the decision had been made by the Duchess, and that its exquisitely self-centered timing was her responsibility." The royal family and palace aides reportedly blamed Fergie for the leak, with the Queen herself was said to have been furious with the Duchess of York at the time. The incident would color the royal family's judgment of Fergie for years to come, and severely affect her financial negotiations during her 1996 divorce. However, Sarah was not the source of the damaging leak at all. After her death, it emerged that Princess Diana had been responsible for leaking the news to the press, in order to shift a less than flattering biography about her off the front pages. However, media interest in Fergie did not abate after the April 1992 general election. After Andrew and Fergie announced their separation, Fergie went on holiday again with another American, John Bryan. The paparazzi photos that emerged from the Saint-Tropez break went down in history as the toe-sucking scandal, and sealed the Duchess's fate as she was frozen out of the royal firm. This week, not only has Prince Andrew's interview and its fallout shifted attention away from the general election, it has also intruded upon political debate. Royal commentator Peter Hunt told CNN, "The position of the monarch is now up for question in 2019, which it wouldn't have been just a few weeks ago. It's being raised in debates during the British general election campaign. It's being raised in debates on phone-ins across the UK on British radio stations. That is pretty unusual, and that is why the British monarchy has acted as it has done and acted so speedily in removing Prince Andrew from public life."